So I'm probably the unlikeliest person to have done science in the first place, because I didn't do very well in it at school and I went into industry in a completely different field. But I hit my 40s and I thought, do you know what? I really would like to do something different. And of course, different, why not science? So I applied to the Open University to do a BSc in natural sciences, and after the first year chose the chemistry pathway. It took me 7 years to complete, so it wasn't an easy task, and I did it alongside a full-time job. But I was hooked. I did go back to work for a couple of years, and then I went, do you know what, I really would like to do something practical with that knowledge that I've already gained. And I came to Reading to do my master's in food science. Turns out that liking to cook probably isn't the reason to do food science, but I have thoroughly enjoyed being here at Reading. And I finished my master's as COVID struck in 2020. In fact, I submitted my last module in March 2020. And after that, I thought, you know, maybe that was the end of my academic journey. I was worn out. It's hard work doing an MSc. Whilst doing lots of voluntary work during the COVID pandemic at home, a PhD opportunity popped up in my LinkedIn feed. And I had met the industrial partner during my MSc, very enthusiastic chap about crickets being the next food product on the shelves. And I thought, you know what? Why not? I shall apply. And it's a DTP. To be honest, I thought maybe there were lots of great young students out there that probably had more opportunity than I did, but that didn't stop me applying. And I had a mentor during my MSc who helped me with my application, and I submitted it and thought nothing more of it. So you can imagine my surprise when I got an email saying, we're inviting you for interview. And you can imagine my greatest surprise, having attended that interview, to be offered the PhD opportunity. And it's been brilliant. Really, really good. Don't get me wrong, I landed in the lab here, having done my undergraduate with the Open University, so with very little lab experience through that, although I went to all the summer schools. And then I'd done some lab work during my MSc, but I felt completely unprepared to land in here. But there's a community here of PhD students, lecturers and supervisors that are all here to make sure that you get through this. And with their help, I am getting through it. And I'm learning a lot every day. And it's great. I didn't actually know what I would do for the outreach opportunity I was given. I went to the University of Oxford to join a programme they call Building Bridges with some other researchers from Reading. And that was with year 6 students from primary school. And I view them, rightly or wrongly, I view them as tomorrow's consumer. And I'm looking to create potentially product with an ingredient that most Western people go, ooh, really? No, I don't want to eat that. So I thought long and hard about how to approach that. And the inspiration came from a Kipling cake. When you talk to youngsters about including cricket powder into food, and you take along some live crickets, they all go, oh no, I couldn't possibly eat that. And then I ask them if they like Kipling's cakes. And they look at me very suspiciously and say, you're not going to tell us that that is in that. And I always say, no, it isn't. But Mr. Kipling is one of the last manufacturers that still uses cochineal. And cochineal is a red food colouring that comes from a beetle. So you're already eating insects because you love these cakes. And that's how I approached it. And I took a map of how I prepared the powder and things like that. So we got to talk about all sorts of stuff and some of the challenges of doing science and actually getting results and seeing how to make things work and that sort of stuff really engaging, talked to 350 children across a week. It's fantastic. Great fun. Exhausting, but great fun. And some of the reactions, yes, some of the students laid out on the floor in shock and all sorts of stuff. It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant.